Hey Drayton, it's Daddy, and I just wanted to show you how I shave, even though I'm not too sure if you're supposed to shave with the grain or against the grain. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it how I normally do it. Now, what you're going to need for like the normal kind of shave, when I say the normal kind of shave, I mean normally you're probably not gonna let it get this long unless you're gonna go for like a Momoa look, or they say in terms of evolution that partially the beard was part of evolution to handle taking punches and stuff like that. Like it was to like somehow cushion the blow just a little bit more, and also I mean warmth, obviously, because there was ice age, however long ago and all that jazz. So that's why people have beards today, is what they say. What you're going to need to shave normally is just a cup of water, a razor blade, and some, what you call it, some shaving cream. The shaving cream will take some of the edge off when you're putting the razor up and down your face, all that stuff. It'll take away from the way it pulls, like the way the razor pulls the hair out sometimes, right? But yeah, with a beard like this thick, I let this grow long because I thought I was gonna get locked away. I thought I was gonna have to, fight a little bit. So I grew this beard out just in case I had to get into a couple scraps, stuff like that. And yeah, since now I don't need it because all I do is work home, work home, work home now. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Fuck it, I don't need it anymore. So yeah, I highly recommend buying some like a fancy shaver like this just to get you started. Right now I have the other stuff ready. Also, you might need either paper towels or or a face cloth towel, kind of, just to clean out the razor. I'll show you in a bit there, my boy. Drayton, Daddy loves you, and I apologize that life doesn't always work out the way that we think it's going to. Maybe your mom and I, we just didn't work out or whatever in the long run. I love her. I will always love her. I'll love all of you, and just like it's one of those things where it's like, I really try to keep our family together, but that's that's neither here nor there. I'll explain it to you one day over a beer. But yeah, well, Dad doesn't really drink. That's just sort of like a terminology that people like. Over a beer, I'll explain it to you. So right now I've shaved it into a nice little goatee. I'm gonna get rid of the whole thing, but typically, there's your goatee, your typical goatee. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And here's what Grandpa looks like. I'll show you what Grandpa looks like in just 1 second. Get rid of all this jazz. Oh no, you can see my second chin now, man. But yeah, if you're anything like Daddy, you got a good chin. You're a tough son of a gun there. If you're anything like your old man, and you gotta be careful with that, because with a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility and a lot of taking people's shit. And part of me being a dad is taking your mom's shit. And oh wait, rule number one. Okay, this is what your grandpa looks like, right? But not bad. If you want to look like your grandpa, you just grow a mustache like this, and you look like Grandpa John, right? So, but rule number one when it comes to shaving: never, never, never have a beard like that. Just a little patch underneath the nose like that. Never have a beard like that. Never have a mustache like that. As the rule number one for facial hair. A long time ago, an evil genius got his hands on a lot of power in a nation and almost destroyed the world. So never wear your facial hair like that. And that was step number one. You Shave everything down as close as you can with hopefully a nice shaver. This one is a Wall, nice trusted brand. Good. Step number 1 for shaving, right? Now step number 2, like I said, Daddy doesn't know if, where you're supposed to shave against the grain or with the grain. I fucking go with both, you know what I mean, is what it is. And as for shaving cream, just go ahead and just toss that on there. I know you got a good stepdad. I'm trusting him with your life, and so is your mother. So I know you got a good stepdad there, and he probably already taught you this stuff. But if you're watching this, sometimes you can buy a brush. You can buy a brush and you apply the fucking shaving cream a lot more what's it called, sanitary like, instead of using your hands like Daddy. But I guess Daddy's old school or whatever. And I'm just gonna wash my hands quickly here before we continue on this shave here. Okay, so now we're just ready to get into it here. So the first thing I do is I'm going to go downwards like this. I just need the mirror for a second. Downwards like that. Probably not supposed to go a couple times. Usually you're supposed to kind of do it in a one quick kind of thing like that. But be careful. But this is how Daddy shaves. At first I get the sideburns out of the way. Like how long do I want my sideburns? Hopefully they're a match. This one's a little bit longer than the other one, so I'm gonna bring this one back. Try to match it up just a little bit clearer. There we go. Good enough. And with this, at first we're gonna rinse it off in the cup, shake it in there like you're stirring up your chocolate milk or whatever the heck, chocolate milk, iced tea. Try not to have too much sugar. It's bad for you in the long run, my son. Well, you're like, yeah, love you. But and then with this, you run the razor this way so that it's not cutting into the paper towel. You're just trying to bring the hair that might be in there out of the teeth of the razors. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like down and then rinse it out. You usually going like this will usually clean the razor enough, but if you have thick stubble enough, it'll jam up on you. Or if you keep going like that, it'll also jam up on you there, my boy. But overall, this is the first thing that I do. I just shave downwards first, and then if I want a close shave after shaving downward, you can hear Daddy's hair is pretty thick. I'm getting at that Danny DeVito age where Danny Glover age where I'm getting too old for this shit. And that's from the movie Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. Check it out, my boy. Lethal Weapon's the shit. But old face. You can hear Daddy's old face happening there. Looks like I'm gonna miss a couple spots because I'm trying to show you my son, if you're watching this, or if anybody else is watching this. I don't know. I'm making this for my boy because I'm starting to realize that my kids are watching this channel now, and I'm like, might as well do something, So it's like, Dreighton, my boy, you're about 10 years old now. You're not gonna need to shave quite yet, maybe. I think you will in a bit. I hope now that you're starting, now that you're 10, I hope that you're starting to, get into women there, and I hope that you're wearing deodorant and, starting to become a man. I really think that, I really believe that your mom and your stepdad, I feel like they're going to do a really good job raising you, my boy. So, like, there's no doubt in my mind that your stepdad probably showed you this kind of stuff, So, but yeah, first of all, we'll just get all the fucking hair downwards, and clean the razor up again, and then we'll check in the mirror. We'll get those nose hairs later, huh? So downwards, Daddy's got a little bit of razor burn on there, but that's a little bit expected when you're trying to cut the hair off your face. Sometimes when you get cuts on your face, Daddy doesn't have any cuts on his face, but sometimes when you get cuts on your face, you can make little squares like that and just kind of stick them where the cuts are, and you'll be good to go. Like in a bit. I mean, like, just let the blood soak in. You'll be fine there, my boy. But yeah, I hope that everything's going well for you. I hope that you're enjoying your new year of school. I hope that you have a lot of good friends. I hope you have a lot of girlfriends. I hope you have as many girlfriends as you want. And but at the same time, like, be a good boy. Be respectful. And here's what Daddy likes to do after shaving downwards. After I shave downwards, I like to shave upwards as carefully as possible if I want a close shave, like a really close shave. Normally I'll just do downwards. I don't give a shit. But normally, but today, just for that extra closeness, shaving upwards, just to get that extra closeness underneath the chin, or in my case, chins. And then, we are almost done there, my boy. Looks like Daddy has one or two cuts underneath his chin there, but it is what it is. And typically, you're not supposed to go sideways like that, but like I said, Daddy likes to shave just a little bit different than, a little bit different than a man's supposed to, because I wasn't really taught by my dad how to shave the way I'm hoping I just taught you somewhat how to shave. I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments that's like, dude, man, you gotta fucking shave against the grain, or dude, you gotta shave with the grain, whatever, however people shave. But this is how Daddy does it, So yeah, nice close shave, and we are good to go. And now that we're all done, now I'm just like Mac from the movie Predator, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers and all that, when he gets nervous, he sees the monster and then he pushes on the blade and then he starts bleeding. It's a really good movie, my boy. You're 10 years old right now. Yeah, watch Predator. You're 10 years old. It's about time right now. It's, I hope you know that movie magic is different than reality. I hope you know that when you watch movies and stuff like that, it's somebody acting. It's not real. And if you ever want to be in movies and shit like that, you gotta study for it too and take it seriously as well, just like anything else in life. But yeah, I love you, Dreighton, and that's how Daddy has a fucking... Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be swearing if I'm making this video for my 10-year-old son. Try not to swear as much, son. You come off like a cretin, like your old man. But yeah, my boy, Daddy loves you, and got your mom's name right there. That's your mom's name right there. And I'm really grateful that we have you. And I got to cut the umbilical cord for you and all that stuff, my boy. So I hope you know that wherever you are in this world, that I think about you every day. But at the end of the day, though, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves, and we have to be, there for us. We can't depend on anybody else to take care of us when we're, when you're an adult, my boy, you're going to have to take care of yourself. And that's all there is to it. At the end of the day, you can only control you. You can't control anybody else. So you make sure that you choose your thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, choose the thoughts and make your mind that of quality. Stay in school, because what school really is the certificate that they give you is basically like a piece of real estate in your brain. so to speak. It backs up for you as a voucher, whatever kind of certificate you earn from school. Like daddy only has his diploma, for example. That diploma says that I have learned the minimum amount a person is supposed to know who graduates. And basically the school from kindergarten all the way grade 12, my son, basically that is like that's like a community knowledge pit. You're there to learn. You're there to learn about life, and learn about yourself, learn about your biology, and just like really take what is useful as much as you can, and then throw out what is not useful. For example, like self-doubt and hatred for no reason, or like blaming others all the time and shit like that. Like that's not really a good attitude. A good attitude means that you're there for yourself. A good attitude means that you know that you can only control you. You can't control other people. So when you start dating women and stuff like that, when you start having relationships and stuff like that, how can I say this without... Okay. The way your mom and I broke up, I was not ready to break up in that relationship. I don't want to say know how to break up, but I do want you to learn that people come and go in your life. And part of that is that when you get into a relationship with somebody, when you first fall in love, and then you're like, maybe you'll fall in love with somebody and you'll stay together forever. That's certainly a possibility. But odds are, when you first fall in love, it's gonna be like the first time you shave. The first time you shave, you might cut yourself a little bit. It's not going to be perfect sometimes. Like, how can I explain it here? Daddy wants to leave you in a good spot here, just in case you're watching this video here. But like, when you're in a relationship in the future, my son, and you fall in love and you fall hard, when you're in love together, best feeling in the world. And if the relationship ever ends, I want you to be able to go back to living for yourself and by yourself. One of daddy's biggest flaws was that I never learned how to break up properly in a relationship until after your mother gave up on our family. But that's just sort of like my learning curve. That's just what I had to go through. Whatever you go through, I hope that you go through it earlier. Like, I hope that you learn that relationships come and go, and at the end of the day, it's about you taking care of yourself more than anybody else. Or like, as far as taking care of another person goes, take care of yourself first, because you can't control another person, which means that another person could be lying to you while they're disguising it as the truth. Like, I have been cheated on too many goddamn times. And one day a girl might break your heart and she might cheat on you, and you'll want to take it personally. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the only people taking it personally are the people who are cheating and committing the act of cheating on you. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you're not choosing for them to cheat on you. They're choosing to cheat on you behind your back, and you're going to have to deal with that in healthy ways, where you can resort back to being your individual self, my son. But, I'm sure you'll pick this all up as you go, like daddy has. I just hope that by the time you're 18, you have all of the knowledge that I wish that I had. Sorry, daddy had some ham. It's going down the wrong tube or something, man. But yeah, I am going to go and relax now. Daddy worked all night, and yeah, I thought I'd make this video for you, my son Dreighton. And I just wanted to let you know that I love you and I think about you every day. And I love your mom and I thank her for you. And she asked me for you, she asked me for our family. Everything kind of works out the way it's supposed to, because without your mother giving up on our family, I never would have. I never would have met your sisters, Lavina and Cameron. So everything worked out in that way that you have two, maybe more by the time you see this or whatever. You have at least two sisters on your dad's side. And I know that you have a wonderful family there with your mom and stepdad, and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy, and that he is a good role model for you. And God bless to you and your mother. And Daddy will always love you, and I'm always here for you whenever you need. You know what I mean? So give Daddy a call anytime you need. But there it is, my boy. That's how Daddy shaves.